A realistic highway car accident seen in daylight. A silver sedan has collided with a black SUV from behind. Light smoke coming from the vehicles, no injuries or people shown. Broken glass and light vehicle damage visible. With a dramatic sky in the background. Cinematic lighting, ultra-realistic. 4K HD quality, clean and dramatic composition. Perfect for a YouTube thumbnail. Gearhash recommended settings if supported. Style, photorealistic or cinematic. Aspect ratio, 16:9, YouTube thumbnail format. Resolution, 4K, 3840 by 2160. Mood, dramatic but clean, no blood, no injury. Thumbnail focus, centered cars, dramatic angle. Vibrant contrast, it was supposed to be just another normal morning. Coffee, commute, the same stretch of highway. But in a matter of seconds, one bad decision. One blind spot, one late reaction, everything changed. This is the story of a man who thought he was in control. Until reality hit him like a truck. Literally. Sound of birds chirping, morning breeze through an open window. My name is Daniel Brooks. 34 years old. Married. 2 kids. I work as a project manager in downtown Chicago. I drive a silver Honda Accord, reliable, economic, nothing fancy. I've taken the same route to work for the past 7 years. I know every turn, every light, every traffic pattern like the back of my hand. That Thursday morning started like any other. I woke up at 6:30. Brushed my teeth while scrolling through emails. My daughter Ava asked me if she could wear her princess dress to school. She was so excited about her kindergarten costume day. I laughed, kissed her forehead, and told her she looked like royalty. It's funny, the little moments you replay endlessly later on. I left the house at 7:12 a.m. Slightly later than usual. But I wasn't worried. I had a meeting at 8:30. And the drive was a solid 40 minutes on a good day. The sky was clear. Spotify playing an old Coldplay song. Everything was a normal. Too normal. Merging onto I-290. I noticed the traffic was a little heavier than usual. There had been an earlier fender bender near exit 13, causing a slight backup. Nothing major. I glanced at my phone in the holder. Google Maps showed a 12-minute delay. I frowned. That meant cutting it close for the meeting. I turned off the music, took a sip of my coffee, and mentally rehearsed my talking points. And then it happened. A white Ford F-150 swerved into my lane out of nowhere. I slammed the brakes. My tires screeched. My heart jumped into my throat. But I managed to stop in time, barely. Horns blared behind me. The truck sped off like nothing happened. Idiot, I muttered, gripping the steering wheel with shaking hands. But that wasn't the moment. That wasn't the accident. That was the warning. Instinct took over. I slammed the brakes, swerved slightly to the left, but it wasn't enough. 10 minutes later. We were cruising at about 60 miles per hour. Traffic had started to smooth out. I was finally able to relax a little. Life is unpredictable. One moment you're celebrating, and the next, you're shattered. Today, we bring you a real-life story that turned a wedding celebration into a heartbreaking tragedy, Watch till the end and ask yourself, could this have been prevented? In a quiet neighborhood of Dallas, Texas, preparations were in full swing for a wedding. The house was lit up with fairy lights. Music filled the air. And laughter echoed around, Friends and relatives had gathered to celebrate love, but no one knew that within hours, everything would come crashing down, literally. The central character of this story is Alex, the groom's younger brother. A college student. Responsible and cheerful, He was in charge of picking up some close friends from a nearby town, his mother reminded him. Drive safe, son. Alex smiled and said, I always do. But fate had other plans, It was around 9 p.m. when Alex left in his black SUV with 4 friends. The ride started with music and jokes. They were excited for the night ahead, But as they approached the intersection of Beltline Road and Preston, something went terribly wrong. It was around 9 p.m. when Alex left in his black SUV with 4 friends. The ride started with music and jokes. They were excited for the night ahead, but as they approached the intersection of Beltline Road and Preston, something went terribly wrong. Out of nowhere, a speeding fuel truck lost control, its brakes failed. In a split second, it slammed into Alex's SUV from the side, the SUV flipped twice before landing upside down. Screams, glass shattering, and then silence. Bystanders rushed over, but what they saw left them stunned. Emergency services were called, but response was delayed due to traffic. One friend was already gone, no pulse. Alex was unconscious, bleeding from his head, The wedding house, once filled with joy, went into chaos. The bride cried. The groom collapsed at the door, The family's world had just fallen apart at Balaam Medical Center. Alex was taken into emergency surgery, the doctors said. The next 24 hours are critical. The family gathered, praying non-stop, His mother held his hand and whispered, "Don't leave us, please." A nurse whispered, "Sometimes, prayers are more powerful than medicine." After 24 agonizing hours, Alex opened his eyes. But he couldn't move his legs, The doctors confirmed a spinal injury. He survived, but he may never walk again. The cost of one moment. One collision changed his entire future, and the pain of losing his friend. That will haunt him forever, friends. This story isn't just about a tragic accident. It's a reminder that life is fragile. Reckless driving, speeding, and poor emergency systems can destroy lives in seconds. If this story moved you, share it so others may think twice before taking risks on the road. This is MN, bringing you stories that must be heard, Subscribe for more real-life incidents that open our eyes to the truths we ignore. I talked to the woman I hit. Her name was Megan. She was angry at first. Rightfully so. But after a few weeks, she sent me a message. "I forgive you. Just promise me you'll never do it again." I promised. I sold what was left of the Honda. I bought a new car, not just newer, but safer. Lane assist, collision detection, cameras. But more than that, I changed how I drive. No more multitasking. No more speeding to save 2 minutes. No more distractions. Because I've learned something. Accidents don't announce themselves. They happen in silence. In seconds. And they never care who you are or how careful you think you've been.